Good evening. Today we want to discuss about some other practical problems on CAPM model. That is, yesterday we discussed about some basic problem of CAPM models. So let's begin with today's class. More problems on CAPM model. We'll discuss the first problem. That is question number 1 on the today's video. See the question it is, as an investor, you are given the following informations. Okay, so here the following information includes security, initial price of security is given, dividend slash interest, then market price at the end of the year, and lastly the beta risk factors. So overall here they given three securities: Cement Limited, Steel Limited, Star Limited. These are the three securities, that is equity shares values. Then one more, that is your bond securities given, that is the equity shares 3 and bond 1. Their initial price they are given, means at what price they are purchased and how much dividend they get for annually, that is 2 rupees for equity shares. And obviously if you purchase bond, means we'll get interest rather than dividends. And ultimately the market price at the end of the year they given, means when they purchase at the rupees of 25, and what is the annual price, market price at the end. It is given 50, 60, 135, 1005 of the bond also. And beta factors also given. Beta factors is nothing but is measure systematic risk, means how the initial price jumped to 50 rupees and how much risk will be taken place by investing Cement Limited, Steel Limited, Star, and the bond also. Apart from that, they are given risk-free rate of return mainly taken as 14%, and they are asked the question you are required to calculate. Two questions they ask. First one, expected rate of return on portfolio in each using CAPM models. They ask here individuals, each word they are mentioned. So you should calculate Cement Limited expected return separate, Steel Limited, Star Limited, and Government of India bonds. And one more question they are asked, that is average return on portfolio they ask, means what is the average of these four including your shares plus your bonds. So the will we had to solve these problems. Now how to solve these problems? See that last videos we discussed about that we can calculate your CAPM model, that is expected rate of returns. Directly the problem is given return of each securities. So here the return is not given, so initial price and market price is given. We don't know what is your exact return of Cement Limited, Steel Limited, Star, and bond, and only risk-free rate of return is given. Market return is also not given. Beta factor is given. As we know that CAPM model will measure expected rate of return, that is RI is equal to RA plus beta into RA minus RF. So risk-free rate of return is given 14%. Then beta is also there, but missing it is market return is not given. Now first things, when you calculate expected rate of return, first we should calculate market returns, and then he has to go for expected rate of return. After calculating expected rate of returns, we can make an average of all four. We'll get average return on portfolio of this given informations. So let's solve these problems. First we can make the calculation of expected rate of return using CAPM models. Use this information because we don't know the return, so we should find out first how much return we generated. So that purpose we should find out market returns. Okay, to calculate expected rate of return, risk-free rate here. So we'll take security 4 including bond, initial price we taken, next dividend slash interest, market price, it is given in the problems, also beta factors. Now we'll find out how much gain we generated to be each security, because in this problem they not mention that how much percent of return they get. So we'll be eliminating that is market price and initial price difference, and we'll find out that how much gain, and we'll simplify how much return we'll get for each security using CAPM models. Let's see that how much capital gain we get from Cement Limited. Cement Limited market price is 50, so initial price 25. So just minus capital gain formula is market price minus initial price. 50 minus 25, 25 rupees. Steel Limited 60 minus 35, 25 rupees. Then Star Limited 135 minus 45, 90 rupees. And Government of India, that is obviously 1005 minus will comes thousands. So here that is will be making 1000. It is Government of India securities values. So will get 5 rupees. Okay, government of India, here it is being happen 100, it should take 1000 rupees. Okay, 1000 rupees of bond, it may comes market price 1005, so it will comes 5 rupees. So we'll make a total of all capital gains. We'll get total capital gains 145 investing of these securities, and we should make the dividend total also, that is 2 rupees. 2 plus 2 plus 140 will get 146, and total investment also it can be used. This information we can use to find out market return. So let's find out market return. Market return is equal to, see the formula, that is market return is equal to capital gain plus dividend divided by total investments. As we calculate capital gain of each securities including your bonds, that is 145, dividend plus interest rate will get 146, multiply with 100, and total investments means in beginning how much amount we invested. So total will get, that is 145 plus 146 divided by 1105, multiply with 100, market return will get 26.33, is denoted as RMs. Why we calculate market returns? Because we want to find out expected rate of returns. That purpose we want market returns, and to generate that market returns we has to be calculate, that is we has to be calculate market returns to find out expected rate of returns. Now we'll move to find out expected rate of returns. The question they ask, how to calculate expected rate of returns. See, the expected rate of return can be used with the help of CAPM models. So we'll go first Cement Limited. RF it is given 14% in the problems, plus beta value of Cement Limited 0.8, in bracket RM minus RF. RM we calculate, that is 26.33, then minus RF. So we'll simplify that. 26.33 minus 14 will get 12.33 into 0.8, 9.864, and we'll get 23.864. Same things in the Steel Limited, same things in the Star Limited, and same things in the case of Government of India. Whatever calculate market return it is there, we should use that 26.33, RF is given, and individual beta is there. So as per that information we should determine expected rate of return of four securities. Then one more question they ask in this problem, that is calculation of average return of portfolios. Now here, how to calculate average return of portfolio, that purpose we should find out. See, the question they ask average means 4 securities average. So we should find out that average return of portfolio purpose we want average beta. Therefore first we should calculate average beta, total of these 4 betas. See, the 4 betas will be value in the problem 0.8 plus 0.7 plus 0.5 plus 0.99. So make it total of that, we'll get average divided by 4. Why we are making 4? Because we want average. So number of average we should divide that. So 4 betas are there, so divide by 4. We get 0.747. Now we should find out average return on portfolio, means overall these 4 securities, Cement Limited, Steel Limited, Star Limited, and Government of India, overall what is your average return of portfolios if you are going to be investing any 4 of these securities. So using CAPM model, RI is equal to RF plus beta into RM minus RF. So 14 it is RF already given the problems, beta you should take average one because we want to find out average, not individual. Then RM it is already we calculate 26.33 minus 14, so we'll get 12.33, multiply with 0.747, we'll get 9.21 plus 14, so we'll get average return of portfolio 23.21. So this is the problems. In these problems what we understand from that, in the problem directly return is not given, then how to calculate your expected rate of returns if the return is not given. When the problem given it is initial price of securities and market price or end price, product price, you should find out first capital gains, then we have to find out your capital gain market returns, and we should use that for a expected rate of returns, and ultimately average returns depend upon number of securities. So that purpose we should calculate average beta, and using that average beta we should calculate average return of portfolios. Then we move for the another questions, that is question number 2. Similar with them, but read that how the problems is that your client is holding the following securities, means here they given the conditions, you are as a investor advisor or portfolio managers, they are given that your client means our client is holding these kind of securities. Here the security they given gold, silver, bronze, then Government of India bonds it is given. So cost it is given, means how the investment they are made, that is in the gold securities they invested 10,000, then 15,000, branch 14,000. Government of India bond is also there. It is they are going to be invested of 36,000 rupees, and they got dividend also, or interest for bond and dividend for share, equity shares also, that is 1,725, 1,700. And market price at the end of the years means initially how much price they are invested, and market how much they get for annually, 9,800, 16,200, 20,000, 34,500, and simultaneously the beta factor is also given. Apart from that, here they given average return of portfolio is 15.7, means already average return is given. How much? 15.7. And the question they ask, you are required to calculate expected rate of return in each using CAPM model. And second question is risk-free rate of return is there in a questions. Very much important things. Last problems RF is there, and average where the question is expected rate of return and average. In this problem, average return is already given, and expected rate of return is also question, but RF is missing. So again we should find out first RM. Again we have to go for expected rate of return, risk rate of return, and then we have to go for expected rate of return. Similar problems, only RF is missing, and already in the problem average return of portfolio is given. So using that average return of portfolio, we should find out first RF, and we have to move for expected rate of return using CAPM model. But similar steps what we calculate in the last problem, that is we should calculate first your find out your market returns. So using that charts, that is security, cost, dividend or interest, market price at the end of year, beta, risk factors, then find out the capital gain. Similar way of how we solve in the first gold, that is market price minus cost price, will get 10,000 minus 9,800, will get negative loss. Instead of getting gain, we will get the loss now, that is minus 200. Silver will get 16,200 minus 15,000, so we will get 1,200 as a capital gain. Bronze, that is 20,000 minus 14, we will get 6,000 as a capital gains. And lastly, Government of India also will get, see, capital gain, instead of capital gain we will get capital loss, because 34,500 government of bond values, but actually we invested 36,000, so we will get capital loss 1,500. So overall we can eliminate this loss and we will get total capital gain 5,500, and you should make the total of dividend and make the total of total investment using that formula as usual, that is to find out market return is equal to capital gain plus dividend into 100 divided by total investment. So 5,500 plus 7,025 divided by 75,000 into 100 will get market returns, that we denoted as a RMs. Now the next step we should find out, that is calculate expected return. In these problems RF is not given. Last problems RF is there, that's why we went directly expected rate of returns of CAPMs. In these problems RF is not given. So first we should find out, before going expected rate of return, we should find out RF. How to find out RF? Now RF purpose we should make the calculation, that is first we should calculate average beta. Similar way, that is how many securities are there, their beta factors, we will make a total, an average of that 0.6 plus 0.8 plus 0.6 plus 1 divided by 4, because number of securities 4. We will get average beta 0.75, and you can use CAPM model to find out RF values, because RF is missing. Now see how to find out RF value. RI it is, now this RI here the note is given, that is RI it is 15.7. You should take average return of portfolio, you should take, because we don't know your security returns, so you should find out average, will get, that is market returns. So average return is 15.7, it is given in the problem, so we will take RI is equal to 15.7, RF we don't know, put as it is, beta we calculate average beta 0.75, in bracket RM 16.7 minus RF. After that, next step we should simplify first bracket. Okay, 15.7 as it is, RF as it is, plus 0.75 into 16.7 will get 12.525, minus 0.75 into RF will get 0.75 RF. Now the next step, one, see the in the lines, third line, RF is there and RF is there in the equation. So you can assume RF is there, the number is not there, you can assume 1 RF minus 0.75 RF will get 0.25 RF plus 12.525 as it is. Now come to the next steps, put this 12.525, that side will come, minus that will come 0.25 RF, left the amount 3.175. So we want RF, so RF is equal to 3.175 divided by 0.25. So ultimately we'll get RF 12.7%. Okay, so just change that equations, say similar values, we should just put that equations and we should find out the RF values. And lastly, we should find out your expected rate of return as per CAPM model: gold security purpose, silver security purpose, bronze purpose, and government of India. As usual, that is RF we calculate 12.7, we take plus beta value as per individual security. See the beta value 0.6 of first, in bracket RM it is RM we calculate, that is how much, 16.7. So put that RM 16.7 minus RF, so we'll get 4 into 0.6 plus 2.4, we'll get 12.7. So gold it is 15% return. Similar way in a silver also, similar way in a bronze, and then government of India. After calculating of these 4 securities, we should be knowing about that how this problem is. In this problem, what we learn about that here, first problems where missing information is market returns, then as a point of your average return of portfolio. Second problem what we solved now, that is missing information RM and your average beta and your RF values. Using, again you can put that RF into expected rate of return, you should find out your CAPM model as per your expected rate of returns. So both the questions are similar, only the first problems where RM is missing and average return portfolio is not given. In the second problem, average return of portfolio given and RM is missing and RF is missing. So they will ask any kind of question, they will similar on that things. So any one information they are asked as a missing information, and you should calculate that here remaining values. Same things when the return is not given, you should use that the equations, that is capital gain plus dividend into 100 divided by your total investment, will get your market returns. Then move to the next one, that is question number 3. Mr. Ramesh has the following portfolio of 4 shares. Now the Mr. Ramesh has having portfolio as having 4 shares. It's selected 4 security, that is A, B, C, D. Their beta value is given. Beta value means systematic risk, means A security will be fluctuate in the market 0.45, B 0.35, 1.15, 1.85%, 1.85, and investment rupees in lakhs they given, that is 0.80, means 80,000 they are investing in A, B 1.5 lakh, 2.25, 4.5 lakhs. Apart from that, they are given that information, risk-free rate of return is 7%, RF value is given, okay, and market rate of return is 14%. Now clearly RF is given, RM is given, beta is also given. You are required to calculate portfolio beta and portfolio return is. Only things means the total portfolio of 4 securities and total 4 securities your returns, because Ramesh has invested in A, B, C, D. So we'll get how much return we'll get that from Mr. Ramesh using that equations. But very careful here, investment amount is given. So how much investment we have done, should we find out that purpose we should find out the weights of beta with investment, and whatever things we get, we should find out portfolio beta first things, and second thing portfolio returns. Now see that as per given information, RF is there and RM is there. So you should calculate portfolio beta first, 4 securities beta and investment. So you should make the total of investment column 9.05, that is equal to 0.80 plus 1.50 plus 2.25 plus 4.50. So total investment will come 9.05. Now this you can use to find out the portfolio. See the portfolio calculations will be there. We cannot use here CAPM model because here initially investment it is given and total investment. So we'll find out the weights of each investment and you can multiply with that beta, will get to your portfolio beta. So say that beta it is given 0.45, initial investment of A 0.80 and total investment out of 9.05. So what is the weight of A securities relative to total investment? Will get 0.04. Then B 0.35 into 1.5 divided by 9.05. See that 0.35, 1.50 and 9.05. Similar way in C, similar way in D. So we'll get that calculation of first calculation 0.04, 0.06 plus 0.29 and lastly 0.05. 92. So total of that will get portfolio beta, means if you are invested in these 4 securities, will get average systematic risk, that is your portfolio, that is 1.31 to Mr. Ramesh. Now once we get portfolio beta, we can use it portfolio beta to find out your portfolio returns, means how much return will generate. Okay, so we can use that CAPM model. Ri is equal to Ra plus beta into Rm minus Rf. So Ri is equal to Rf, it is 7%. It is given in the problem, 7% Rm is 14%. So 7 beta we calculate, that is 1.31, and then Rm 14 minus 7. So 7 plus 1.31 in bracket 7. So we'll multiply with that, we'll get 9.17. So total will get 16.70. So these are the 2 questions they ask in the problems. Then next questions, that this question is appear in the RCU question paper 2017 for 5 marks. Similar way what we solved in the question number 3rd. See the question. The way to wealth investment company manages a stock fund consisting of 5 stocks with following market value and beta. So here they given the company informations, they are dealing with that stocks, and consisting information they given, that is 5 stocks A, B, C, D, E. Their performance with beta, means how a stock will compare to the market performance, and market value, means how much amount they invested in A, B, C, D and E. The question they ask, risk-free rate of return is 9% and market rate of return is 15%. 9% RF and market return 15%. What are the portfolio expected return they ask? Only portfolio expected return they ask. But you should remember that to find out portfolio expected returns, when the market value is given compared to beta, you should find out first portfolio beta. Then only we should use that portfolio beta to calculate portfolio returns. We will calculate now. Similar way, given information A, B, C, D, E, and your beta 1.30, 1.25, then 0.92, 0.56, then market values. We should make the 3 lakh 50, 2 lakh plus 1 lakh 50 plus 1 lakh plus 2 lakhs. So total will get 2 lakhs, total investment of 5 securities. So just multiply with them of a security, that is beta 1.30 into 3 lakh 50 divided by 10. Initial A security investment divided by total investment, B security investment divided by total investments. Similar way you can make that divided by 10 lakh, 10 lakh, 10 lakh total investment, and A, B, C their betas. So we'll get the answer beta 1.253, and then once we get beta, should calculation of portfolio returns, that we have to denoted as Ri is equal to Rf plus beta into Rm minus Rf. Now here Rf it is given in the problems. Rf how much it is? 9% and market return 15%. So 9% of that Rf, that is plus beta 1.253 and Rm 15. So minus 9. So we'll get 6 into 1.253 plus 9 will get 7.58 and plus 9 will get 16.158. So total will get the risk-free rate of return, that is your activities will be taken place. And thank you for today's. It has carrying only 4 problems. Just practice these problems. Remaining problems will continue in the next class.